All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. So this time we want to talk about another quantum computing stock, which they claim to be in that list of speculatives. But one of these has proven to not be speculative and to have proven to be real world applicable with the list of customers. So when it comes to D wave, what we want to focus on for this one's not going to take us that long. Yes, I'm looking at the chart, but I want to flip over just doing some of the research and just some of the, just looking into some of the news and some of the articles that have been written surrounding D wave, so we can get a better look at what happened to them during last week's CES conference and the Nvidia CEO Jensen's effect on what he said. So we just want to switch over. We're not going to be long. I know that you can lose the attention of your audience real quick when you're doing a lot of reading. Not going to do that, but just point out some very, very strong things with this article written on bar chart. So D-Wave Quantum fights back against Nvidia CEO Jensen, and they had some things to say because his comments were very harmful to their stock. Basically, in short, I'm not going to read through this article. Maybe I could even post the link in this video. But long story short, they basically went and backed up why they are a up and coming, strong, growing company. And there's the data, statistics, and finances to back it up. Now, there is the problem. There's the one problem that investors have to be aware of when they're looking to invest in companies, and that's how much profit are they making? How much revenue are they generating? And just in this section of this article here, there's some things that stick out in that, like the amount of money revenue dropped to $2 million, down from 27%. From 2.6 million in the third quarter of 2023, things like that, like very, very, very small profits. But I believe just basically from what I've seen, what I found, that those are just things for right now. But there are other things. Like one of the things I was looking for when it came to Deep Wave is, okay, who are their customers? So they actually acquired more customers in 2024, grown from 125 to 132 customers. Okay. It now has 76 commercial customers, up from 75, and 27 Forbes Global 2000 customers. That's who they're servicing. That's who their customers are. That's who's paying them to provide solutions for them. Here's another thing. D-Wave is worth 137 billion on the stock market. Not a lot. For me, the outlook is this company will be worth way more than $1.3 billion. So last but not least, I just wanted to go to the end of it, to the end of this article. And the conclusion was, despite Nvidia's skepticism, D-Wave is proving that quantum computing isn't a distant dream. It's a current reality driving business value. And last but not least, I did switch over to go look and say, okay, well, who are their customers? Who are the big dogs in here that maybe I've heard of before, or you've heard of before? And I did see Volkswagen, a major auto manufacturer, MasterCard, huge, Deloitte, huge, and there's a lot in here. BBVA, financial institution, NEC, it's a technical company. There's Lockheed Martin. That's really good customers to have. And I just feel like this is very promising to have these people on your list of customers. You can just imagine as they grow and who the customers that they will have. This is similar to the way that I looked at SoundHound, and their list of customers is pretty amazing. And it looks like they're going to be one of the leaders in their space too. So with that reading part of this being completed, I wanted to just flip back over to the charts and just come out a little bit to the weekly chart and talk about what we see. So of course they had to ride a little bit. A lot of the very simple, clean technicals I've already done, and I'll explain what we're looking at here. So once they finally broke out of this, basically this area of consolidation, which it had to come at some point. Okay, so they consolidated 22, and coming through 23, here, like getting prepared for the run that they had. I think that the run that they had was because of a couple of different things. I think it's because, as you saw, they were acquiring customers and they were growing as a company, even though they weren't producing or generating a whole lot of revenue. there was a lot of confidence in D-Wave Quantum as a stock. Okay, so then of course you get this amazing run. You know, a lot of retail activity, a lot of other investors coming in behind this company late 2024, November, December, and that's where you see the run. With that being said, that 40% free fall, well, it's actually more than, it's like a 60% free fall. It's a 618 retracement down to the golden ratio. I think that is really only the result of what the CEO said about quantum computing. I think that's the only reason that happened. I think that if he had not said that, they would not have suffered this retracement, this correction. I think that's only him. It's obvious that they were on a very, very strong bullish run, and this probably would have continued going up, up, up. Now that gets me to where I'm going right now. Okay, so just looking at it, they had a high. They had a high price of $11.44, which you see here on the right, and they had a close. The highest that the stock had closed that was $9.86, close to $10. So this is still an affordable stock, and even where it dropped at the close of the market on Friday, January 10th, the stock was trading at $5.77. The last thing I want to talk about on the chart is when they hit the high, of course, you got that correction. Now, someone could say that was going to happen anyway, because if you go back and look left, you go back and look, they basically had peaked out at their high anyway. They retested their high, which is actually a good thing. Okay, so they retested that high of $11.44. Okay, and that's good that you retested that. And a lot of times when you get a retest, if there's not the confidence isn't there, the price is gonna get rejected at that point. You just don't want such a long correction like this. But the correction happened to drop right into where you want it. You kind of can expect that 618 a golden ratio retracement. That's kind of like you really want it to be, you really want it to be only something small. Like when you're really trending, you want small corrections, like a 38% correction. But there's nothing wrong with a 618 correction, because then just harmonically different things start to happen. And I want to talk about that real fast, and I'm going to come in and show you what happened post market and what I think that traders can expect going forward. This is not trading advice. This is simply looking at the chart technically. I don't provide trading signals. I don't tell what people to do with their capital. I'm just talking about what I see in the charts now. So coming in, I'm going to come into the 4-hour chart. I'm going to come into the 4-hour chart, and then you see this wick here, this wick just come and test the 618 retracement. Okay, from this high to right here, you see that wick come and test it, and it happens to still be in that box that I had way out on the weekly chart. So, and it's because, to me, it's because of harmonically, this is the structure harmonically, this is the support harmonically. But I want to talk about what else the traders can expect. Traders who are like, okay, well, can we still even trade this? Okay, now, again, not trading advice, but the way that I look at it, there's something potentially at play here. I'm going to come out a little bit more to the 1 hour. Okay, I'm going to come out to the 1 hour. And here's where we'll get a chance. I think we're going to get a chance to have a little bit of fun here. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this because I want to do some work. So one of the things that couldn't be expected is basically a retest of that area. Okay. So maybe even if price action, maybe even if it made its way down and even tested into it. I don't think so. I think that the stock is going to start its recovery very, very soon. I think it is. I'm not telling anyone what to do with their capital. Always seek professional advice from a leader of your choice. Again, one of the things we do here at the Harmonic Trading Club is look at how the market reacts harmonically. And if I look at what we're dealing with here, from this low here's when it stopped, and then this high come back 382. Let me check something else out, and I think I know exactly what we're dealing with. Okay, so with this wick down into the 50% retracement from this low to this high, that's 50%, comes back up, and here's 88%. This would be the D leg of, I need to come out a little bit more. Okay, I need to come out right here, and this is basically what I would be looking for. Okay, and this would be, I should say, an advanced bat pattern. Okay. Now for me, I need this pattern to fill. I need price action. I would need price action to get down to $4.90. That'd be an excellent price. And that $4.90 for me, a pattern trader who trades harmonic patterns, I would be looking for a run back way up. Actually, if I were to get an entry here, I'm not coming up out of here. This would be a stock that I would hold long term. Okay. So yeah, you do have, we're right there on the verge of a bullish advance. an advanced bullish bat pattern, but it's not filled yet. Almost here. You got close, but I stuck the leg out here because if this were to fill, it's going to be out here somewhere. When that could happen, I don't know. We need to see what happens when the market opens. But yeah, so that's a good thing. Is there is for a pattern trader, there is an opportunity to get long on a trade that has on a technique, I should say, that is profitable, probable, and has a very low risk versus reward. Meaning, I wouldn't even put my stops way down there. You actually could on D wave, but I'd have my stops like right up under X, like right here. It'd be basically a pretty clean stop saying that, hey, if price got to $4.50, I might have to, go back to the drawing board and rethink this. The only thing is, like I said, for targets, because I'm so confident in this, I wouldn't have just a small little day trade or swing trade or anything like that on this stock. On D wave, I'm coming back out to the week. I'm looking at D wave long term. Okay. I'm looking at D wave long term. I know that from its low to its high, it has a 618 retracement. So I'm looking for the extended levels for targets above $11.44, especially with a stock that I'm confident in. So entering in our zone using our advanced pattern or our advanced bullish bat pattern to enter, and hopefully we're not stopped out. We're looking at the first real actual target is a retest of the high in the 1140s. And I believe that this is going, I'm not saying what's going to happen. I believe that this is going to recover rather quickly back to where it was. And then I believe that it's going to go and try to make some attempts at its next set of extended targets, which would be here at almost $16. I could see that happen, and then maybe hanging on a lot longer. Just basically taking us all through 2025 up to $18.23. So this is my technical projection. Just like you see all kind of, you see all type of people putting their technical projections out there. It's just what they see in it. This is just mine. This is just at the Harmonic Trading Club. Again, this is not trading advice. I do not advise people what to do with their capital in the market. Now, with that being said, I do need to come back to where we were. And if I'm looking at that $18 range, that means that I would be taking this all the way up here. Okay. That means I would be taking that all the way up there, and let me make it a little bit fatter. And that's what my opportunity would look like, using that pattern to get in. Once it comes down here and fills, my entry would be $4.90. Okay. But saying, in true the Harmonic Trading Club fashion, we want to use an advanced pattern as our counter trend trading opportunity to get involved and stay there for as long as possible. Okay. Many might suggest that you don't keep such a tight stop, but we don't know what's going to happen. So if this thing starts to run away from us, we don't want that drawdown. Many might suggest that the stop should be way down here. Somewhere around $3.60. I don't see that happening. So that's why I have a very, very tight stop right beneath the, let me come back in to the 1 hour chart, right beneath the X leg of our advanced pattern. Okay. So I want to say, hey, listen, if you're drawing down too much, if you're getting away from me, I don't want a piece of that, because at a stock that's in the $5 range, you're going to buy a bunch of them. If you're that confident in and you're willing to take the risk, you're starting at $500. You're starting at 100 shares at $5. You're starting somewhere in that range. So, you're going to have to be careful. Like, you don't want, especially, if you have a smaller account, you got to be careful. But there is an opportunity here for traders who have the patience and won't get too excited because post market, once the market closed, that there were two green candles. You don't want that to be you don't want to be afraid. I put it like this: you don't want to be afraid to miss the entry. Hopefully you got the patience and the fortitude and the discipline to let this thing come down here and then pick you up, like I said, at $4.90. That's the way that I would approach it. So we took a look at the customer list. It looks pretty solid. It's going to grow. They are making just a very little bit amount of money. It's going to grow as they acquire new customers and as they continue to improve on their technology. And best of all, we did find that they do have real world application. Okay, so that's my quick talk on D-Wave quantum computing, ticker symbol QBTS. All right. If you guys like this type of information, like and subscribe to the channel. More videos coming out. We'll pretty much be covering anything that hits the news, all the stuff that people get excited about, the stuff that starts trending, a lot of stuff that's trending. I'm just going to come out and talk about that stuff, from a technical perspective. And if there's some fundamentals and catalysts and stuff like that we can talk about, we'll do that as well. Like and subscribe to the channel. Share the video with any aspiring trader you know. As always, be safe in the market, and I'll see you guys on the next one.